Eves Karydas. The way that you say your name is so much cuter than I could ever say it with your accent. I would
Eves
the interviews
Karydas.
online. So much cuter. And then every time I would say it, like before we had in this interview, I would like say it with an accent. Eves Karydas. So
That's amazing.
tell me about Complicated. I know it's been quite some time since you put out music. 2 years, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yesterday was the second like birthday of my first album. So yeah, that was the last time I released new music.
Very cool.
Was 2 years ago. But yeah, no, Complicated is the first song. I put a little bit of a gap in between that album and this new phase because I really I just wanted to find a really direct vision and make sure when I like came back it would be really cohesive, consistent, and really feel like a thing. So Complicated is the first taste of that.
Amazing. So I love how it combines sort of, I mean, it's a lighthearted song in the sense that it makes you go on to get up and dance, but you tackle some like big issues in the song, like anxiety. And what was the process like in writing that, you know, and choosing to put in those messages into a song like this?
I think it wasn't really my choice in a way. Sometimes songs just happen to you, if that makes sense. I like Complicated was definitely the result of me going through a bit of a tough time. Like you said, I was dealing with some pretty bad anxiety and just like constant, you know, ups and downs of my mental health journey. I was overseas. I was in Stockholm and I had been away for months and months. I was just on this like extended writing trip last year, all around the world, and felt like I wasn't really writing anything good. I was starting to feel pretty homesick. I was like, the pressure was getting to me. I felt like people were believing in me and I wasn't believing in myself. And then a number of other things happened, like my grandfather passed away and that hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. And it all started to manifest in these weird dreams. I had these dreams, my teeth were falling out, and it was all just the result of just being so anxious. And that's how I started writing this song, because obviously in the first verse I sing about my teeth falling out in my dream. Yeah, and that was like the morning after I'd had this dream. I went into the studio and I was like, guys, like I just had this really weird dream. Yeah.
So when you have fans listen to this song, what is it like the main takeaway? Is it, you know, learning how to deal with your anxieties or to recognize them? Or if people had one listen, what would you want them to walk away with?
The last thing I wanted to do with this song was like offer some sort of like, what would you call it? Like coffee table book philosophy. Like I never wanted to be like things are pretty awful, but like don't forget to smile. Like it was always me just kind of reckoning with myself. So I don't know, I guess I would hope people would listen to it, just relate to it and be like, okay, I'm not going through this. I'm not alone. I'm not the only one who's feeling kind of whack at the moment, especially this year. Like the song took on like such a new meaning. Obviously I wrote it last year, but it came out in June, right in the middle of lockdown and COVID, and everyone just kind of feeling like what's going on, like.
Yeah. So you've toured with some really notable names, Dua Lipa. Like what is one of your favorite things about being able to go on tour and connect with fans in that way?
When I'm doing a support tour, like I toured with Dua, it's just amazing because pop fans are just filled with so much love and enthusiasm, and you just feel that. So like being able to kind of introduce myself in such a kind setting is just like, you can't really ask for anything better than that. And I still have people messaging me being like, oh, I first saw you on the Dua tour and all that sort of stuff. And it's just like, that's just so awesome. I love that. And playing live is just, I mean, I feel like it's when you really get to sense how your songs are connecting.
For sure. Yeah.
But that's why this year's been pretty weird, because it's like the first time you sort of I've been releasing music and not really seeing the real life turnaround of
For sure.
that beyond, radio is massive, obviously, but
For sure.
I miss playing live.
I know I mentioned it before, the juicy goss, but it's called Celeb Secrets. So I need to ask you, are there any secrets you would like to relay to us? Anything that fans might not know about you, any funny stories, to kind of take that and take it as you might,
Juicy secret about me.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, I would say I am like a massive I keep saying I'm a grandma, and I totally am. Like, I just read like the most like corny literature like all the time, and like I've just been reading the new Twilight book, which I think
There's a new
there is a new one. Yeah, I think it came out like a month ago, and it's like Twilight from the perspective of Edward.
Oh, I need to read this.
Oh my god. So I went and bought it the other day, and I was just so taken aback at how large it is. I'm not even kidding. It's like this thick.
Seriously?
It's a brick. It's a full-on brick.
I'm like baffled that there's another one. That was in middle school, like cover to cover 5 times.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into all that stuff, like Hunger Games, Twilight, Harry Potter.
I'm reading Harry Potter as we speak. The audiobook.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing.
Every time I get in my car, it like soothes you in a way, especially with the chaos of the world, things like that. Mm-hmm. Just kind of like the nostalgia takes you back to that time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What are plans for the remainder of the year? I know releasing, you said 1 single, but is there anything else, viewers should look forward to?
The rest of the year for me, it's interesting because you just don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to plan, I mean, almost don't want to say it out loud and jinx it, but I would love to get back overseas, like hopefully to Europe early next year, to start working on an album.
Awesome.
But this year, just finishing up this single. I have to go and do the music video in about a week and a half, which is really exciting because I'm sort of doing something I've never really done with it before. Okay. So I'm going out of my comfort zone a bit. I won't say any more, but it's I'm excited about it, and I guess just trying to keep the momentum going that was started with Complicated, and it's really awesome what it's done down here in Australia. So hi, I'm Eves Karydas, and you're watching Celeb Secrets TV.